Hi, I'm Mark. This is my March review for Cancer Sun sign and Cancer rising. We start the month with Mercury in your 8th house, the house of Scorpio. Mercury in this position can give you negative thoughts. You can get quite obsessive about things, but it does also heighten your intuition. On the 1st, it makes an aspect to the Black Moon Lilith. The Black Moon Lilith is our shadow side, so there could be some fears that come up that you obsess about. The Black Moon's in your 11th house, so this could involve friends or it could involve your aims and goals for the future, but there might be a little bit of negativity in your mind then. On the 2nd though, Mercury makes an aspect to the North Node as in your 12th house. Now here you need to be open to messages. They could come through your intuition, they could come through the psychic channels, or could come via the angels, or it could come via another person, but it's in your unconscious, so these will come through without your so-called knowledge. So you need to be aware of when you're thinking and when you're receiving a message. If it comes through in a flash, it's usually a message. If you have to take time to think about it, it's your own mind that's working then. Then on the 3rd, Venus makes an aspect to Uranus, so this is a good time to socialise and chat with people, network with people. Even if you can't meet up, it's a good time to go online and chat with them, and maybe try to make some new friends and acquaintances that could benefit you in the future. This is quite an exciting day. On the 4th, the Sun makes an aspect to the Black Moon Lilith. Now, the Sun will shine a light and expose things, so you can see where you need to make changes, maybe where you need to plug holes, or it's also good for tidying things up and repairing things. So this is in your 11th house, so you could repair any relationship issues you have with friends. It's also a good aspect from Mercury. It conjuncts Jupiter, and so this broadens your outlook. This will give you much more understanding of things, so you better deal with things a lot better. It's also going to heighten your mental faculties. Also on the 4th, Mars moves into your 12th house, into Gemini. This is a good time to work behind the scenes, because Mars will come into your sign towards the end of April, and things can all be brought out into the open then. But for now, it's good to work behind the scenes and start new things rolling. Do the background work now. On the 5th, we have an aspect from the Sun to the Moon's nodes. Now, the Moon's nodes are across your 6th and 12th house, the North node's in your 12th house. Now, with the Sun making a square aspect, it forms a T-square. Now, T-square is quite a challenging aspect, but it's one that can create growth. Now, the thing about the nodes is to have them balanced. The South node is our past, it's our talents that we bring over from past lives, and the North node is our future, it's unknown territories where we need to be heading for and aiming for. It's our spiritual way forward. So you need to balance the two. So with the Sun in this position, is a great opportunity to get these balanced and use the talents from the past to forge ahead the future. On the 9th, you also have Venus making the same aspect, so there's more chance to get balance. And with Venus, it will be more about balancing relationships and using your creative side. The only thing that could be out of balance here is your desires. Your desires around the 6th house for work may not be in keeping with your North Node in the 12th house. The North Node in the 12th house is about self-sacrifice, it's about helping others. But the 6th house is about you doing your daily routines and you achieving things for yourself. But maybe you need to get the balance there. Also on the 9th, Venus makes an aspect with the Black Moon Lilith, so this will add some more insight to those nodal connections that Venus is making on that day. You better look closely at relationships and see what relationships you have karma with, what relationships are beneficial to you and what are quite a negative influence on you. And maybe you could foster new relationships as well. Then on the 10th, there's a positive aspect because the Sun conjoins with Neptune. This is in Pisces, your fellow water sign, so this will be beneficial to you as well. This is a very imaginative, creative, artistic aspect, so you can use this to good. But there is a negative side to it. It can put you in a a state of daydreaming all day. It can make you feel as if you want to escape things, but use it in a positive way. This is great for looking at philosophy or spiritual things, good for looking into occult studies, and it will really heighten your intuition as well. And on the 13th there's a new moon. This new moon's in Pisces as well, and on the same day we have Venus conjunction Neptune. So this is going to be a very creative, artistic new moon. Now you may feel a little bit restless, you may have a desire for adventure and new things. So it's a good time to start new projects, especially in the artistic kind. It's also good to expand your mind because the new moon's in your 9th house. So any learning you can do, any investigation into subjects you can do will be good for you. Maybe that you want to look into philosophy or religious beliefs, but it's good for all those type of things. Now with Venus, it also taps into your desires and relationships. So you might have this dreamy feel of romantic ideas, but it may not all be right because Neptune can add illusion. So just be careful, don't make any important decisions under this aspect because there may be this delusional side to it. Wait until it's passed before you make any firm decisions. On the 16th we have two interesting aspects. The first is a sextile to Pluto from the Sun, which is a positive aspect. This will allow some transformation within relationships because Pluto is in your 7th house. It's a good opportunity to bring things out in the open, and maybe things that you've been putting up with for some time but really need to talk about now and get right. It's a good time for putting your house in order. So that's excellent. Then the other one is an aspect between Mars and Chiron. Now Mars is in your 12th house of the unconscious. Chiron's in the 10th house, so there could be some issues here that you could look at. This again is a positive aspect about authority figures and anger, how you express your anger, how you assert yourself. Are you too assertive or are you not assertive enough? So this is something else that you can look at, and you can gain a lot of information from both these aspects that will improve your life. On the 18th, Venus makes the same aspect to Pluto as the Sun did. So there'll be an intensity in relationships at this time. New relationships can start under this kind of aspect, but they will be quite intense, but may not last the distance. Generally, with any relationship, it can have a transformative effect on this day. Then on the 20th, the Sun moves into Aries, and this is your 10th house. So the focus over the next month will be on your destiny, on your career or your chosen path. So look out for changes there. On the 20th, Mars makes an aspect to Saturn, which lasts 4 days, and this is a positive aspect to trine. So this is a good time to get things done because Mars, as we spoke earlier, is in your 12th house, and it's a good time to work in the background on a new project or something. Well, this aspect will aid you, and you'll be able to push forward with your work. No matter how boring it is, you'll be able to push forward with this aspect. It's also a good time to sort things out with this and ask yourself, is this any good? Is this what I'm doing any good? Is this object any good? If not, get rid of things. Then it's also good for shared resources because Saturn's in your 8th house. On the 21st is a day of high energy, well, mental energy anyway, because Mercury makes an aspect to Uranus in the 11th house. Now, it's a good day to set new goals and to think up new ideas and new ways. Also, it's a good time to communicate with friends and colleagues. On the 22nd, Venus comes together with the Sun. Now this is always a good aspect because your attracting power will be increased greatly with this aspect. It's in your 10th house of career, so maybe time you can attract a new job to you, or a promotion, or a pay rise. It's also the 10th house is your line of destiny, so your destiny could change now using your power of attraction. You could bring to you whatever it is you desire. Then on the 25th there's another good aspect because Mars conjuncts the North Node. And we spoke already about Mars in your 12th house and how you'll be using your energy to work on things. Well, this will help you to see clearer. This will open up the path in front of you so you can see what you're aiming for. This is a time when you need to bring all your willpower together and forge ahead. You may encounter other Mars type people who can help you on the way as well. On the 28th is a full moon in Libra. This full moon is about achieving balance and harmony. It's also in your 4th house, so this is around the home. So maybe you need to balance home and work. The other thing about this moon is that the Sun is conjunct Chiron and Venus opposing this moon. So this could be a healing moon for you as well. With the moon in your 4th house, it's a good time to reflect and take some time at home to just chill out. Think about things. There'll be a lot to think about. With Chiron in this mix, it can be a healing moon. So it's a good time to think about your feelings. How are you conditioned by the past? Are there things you need to change? Are there habits you need to change? Chiron will let you look into your heart and see what's there, the good, the bad and the ugly, and so you can make improvements to your life. This is a good time as well to use that full moon to get rid of things in your life that are no longer necessary. Full moons are about shedding things, the endings of things, and then you can start afresh with the next new moon. On the 30th, Mercury makes a conjunction with Neptune. This is a very creative, artistic aspect. This is in your 9th house. It's a good time to learn about things. It's a good time to also write about things if you wish. Poetry is highlighted by this kind of aspect. Being in your 9th house, it would be good to delve into spiritual things or delve into the occult and learn things. 9th house is about learning and gathering information and knowledge. And this would do you very good. Then on the 31st, the last aspect of the month, we see the Sun and Venus making a positive aspect to Saturn. Now this is a good time because the Sun and Venus are in your 10th house. It's a good time to get things sorted with your career. Maybe a good time to do paperwork. Saturn is able to give you the organisation and the structure to do detailed work. So good time to get things finished for the end of the month. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave your message, I'd love to hear from you.